Indianapolis Colts came into this offseason with big question marks at quarterback. They obviously addressed that, moving on from Carson Wentz and then trading for Matt Ryan. Their other big question mark was the wide receiver position, and they addressed that in the NFL draft a little bit with Alec Pierce. How's Pierce doing in Indianapolis? What's the latest going on with the Colts?
So over at Bleacher Report, there's a very interesting article talking about rookies and minicamp and who's the standout. And Alec Pierce on the Colts has been the standout of the Colts rookie minicamps, OTAs, all kinds of stuff like that. So here's a little blurb from the article. He said, injuries have decimated a talented receiver group in Indianapolis. T.Y. Hilton, Paris Campbell are two guys who have been big for the Colts, but are largely hurt most of the time. Campbell, who possibly won't even be with the team this year, hasn't really played a full season since 2018, and Campbell has only played 7 games each year. So he's only played 7 games each year he's been in the league. In comes the young Cincinnati receiver, and he has shown to be a very reliable option in practice and mini drills. A couple of things people have said about him is that he had a very nice two-toe tap touchdown. Say that 10 times fast. That's a mouthful. During their team's red zone exercises. And also, Joel A. Erickson over at the Indianapolis Star says he has not seen Pierce drop a single pass. A single one. Yeah. So with Pittman and Pierce coming in to the Colts offense, there's got 2 young dynamic playmakers coming in who seem to complement each other very well.
Yeah, and one of the things you and I both heard a lot from Colts fans this offseason, even after they drafted Pierce, is like, look, they don't have enough top-flight receiver talents. You know, that they're really good everywhere else, but they just need more receiving talents. Well, I looked through the past few years of teams that have made deep Super Bowl runs, and there's a lot of teams that went on to win the championship or at least get to the big game without having elite-level receivers. And just going back here, you look back to the 2013 Ravens. Your Baltimore Ravens won a Super Bowl. The 2012 Ravens. The 13 and 14 Seahawks. 13 winning, 14 Seahawks losing to the Patriots. They obviously made big runs without top-flight receivers. And how about the 2017 Philadelphia Eagles with Carson Wentz and Nick Foles? They won the Super Bowl, beating the New England Patriots that year with, Alshon Jeffrey, who's a solid receiver, but I would not count him as an elite top-flight receiver. And guess who is the offensive coordinator of that Philadelphia team? Frank Reich, who's now the head coach here in Indianapolis. So the idea to understand that you don't necessarily need elite level receivers. If you've got a strong running game, a savvy quarterback, and a good defense, which the Colts obviously have all those things, you just need good enough receivers. You need a go-to guy, which I think Pittman is, and then you need a guy that can take advantage of some favorable matchups. And right now, Alec Pierce looks like he's ready to be that number 2 guy.
Yeah, and Pierce coming in 6'3", 211 is a pretty big dude. He can go up and get balls at the point of attack. He's a vertical threat, just like Pittman. And I think the precision passing of Matt Ryan, who is clearly an upgrade over Carson Wentz, is going to suit a guy like Pierce very well. When you come into an offense with, a very, very talented veteran quarterback who knows what he wants, can put the ball wherever he wants to, it's gonna be a little bit better for you as a rookie than if you were going in with a rookie and or younger quarterback as well, who maybe is developing a little bit, isn't quite as accurate as a guy like Matt Ryan. I think Ryan is gonna help Pierce grow rather than Pierce having to come into the offense and help a young quarterback grow. So I think this is one of the more ideal situations for a guy like Pierce to come in, and I'm very excited to see what this talented offense can do. Obviously, on the back of Matt Ryan and Jonathan Taylor, who is like a total MVP superstar of the league. So I think this is a pretty interesting team to watch this season.
Yeah, and there's one thing you said there that I really want to highlight, because I think that's really, really important, is the big criticism against Alec Pierce coming out of college was his route running quickness. He can't generate a lot of separation. So one of the things that everyone says is he's got to play for a quarterback that's accurate, who makes good decisions and puts the ball where it needs to be. You just hit the nail on the head. That describes Matt Ryan to a T. So like you said, it's a perfect fit for Alec Pierce. His weaknesses are covered by Matt Ryan's strengths. So he can slide in right away, take advantage of what Matt Ryan does, and make a big impact for the Colts this season.
All right, Nick, it's time to get your internet privacy back today on every device you own in any country you want. Don't let anyone but you control your internet. NordVPN keeps you safe from prying eyes wherever you go online with their military-grade encryption. Is your favorite Netflix or streaming content blocked in the US? You can simply connect to one of the many countries available with NordVPN and get the access you need.
That's right, Maya. So right now, get our exclusive NordVPN deal here at nordvpn.com/SMI. It's risk-free now with NordVPN's 30-day money-back guarantee. Again, get that exclusive deal, nordvpn.com/SMI.